God is frightful. Woo, 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 woo. Ever no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow. Oh, we got pills for popping. Oh, boom, boom. Hey, boom, boom. Are we good on there? Okay. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Ocean's Pit. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. I'm having a great day. It's Friday. Today's the 23rd of December, which means tomorrow is Christmas Eve. And my favorite time of the year, December, folks. And I'm sure you guys all know that if you watch the show, or if you guys are new watchers, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody here. Just to guys let you know that when we start off the show, it's going to be happening all the time now, folks, that this show that you're watching right now, we are politically incorrect. And I will say why. I'm going to say Merry Christmas. I'm going to salute the flag. I'm going to say one nation under God. I'm going to salute the military and the first responders. And I'm going to say yes, sir, and yes, ma'am. And that's the way it is. So I hope you guys are enjoying yourself. And like I said, happy holidays. Now, we got an incredible show for you guys today. Double trouble. Actually, three troubles in one. So it's going to be very, very cool. First of all, folks, check the website, TonyOceanMusic.com. Give us a call at 847-769-8609 to book a show. And don't forget to follow us on our brand new Ocean's Pit Facebook page. Go to the Ocean's Pit Facebook page, share it, like it, push the button, do what you got to do. Let everybody know about Ocean's Pit, the little show about big things. Every day, Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock noon, a little lunchtime fun. Absolutely. I'm in a great mood. Couple things. First of all, I need to thank everybody at the beautiful Almost Home Foundation, 1800 West Irving Park Road in Schaumburg. Me and Laura, of course, my lovely wife and co-host yesterday, was honored to be a live remote there yesterday. And Kelly Kane and her staff of volunteers, mind you, they don't make a dime. They all work full-time jobs, and they still volunteers at this rescue center, Almost Home Foundation for Dogs and Cats. The money that they have to spend to come up with to pay for the medical bills and food and this and that to take care of these great dogs and cats is just a miracle job that they do, the Almost Home Foundation. The difference between a shelter, they are not a shelter, they are a rescue. If you're a shelter, you get aid from the state. That means you can walk in anytime you want, see any dog you want, grab them, take them, and they're yours. No questions asked. To rescue, you got to apply applications. You got to make sure that the owner is right for the dog and vice versa. Takes a little bit more work. It's not that easy, but it's important, and they need fundings. And we want to thank everybody who donated money yesterday during the show. We really do appreciate it. And you can still do that by going to Almost Home Foundation, right there at the bottom of the screen, the Almost Home Foundation Facebook page, or go to almosthomefoundation.org. They need your cash. They need your blankets. They need whatever you can give the dogs, but they also need volunteers, which I will become a volunteer starting the new year. At least once a week, I'm going to go and volunteer for the dogs. It's the only thing right for me to do, and I'm excited about that. So that's Almost Home Foundation. Thank you. That was number one. And here's the bottom of the screen. We're going to keep it on there to let you guys know what's going on. Yesterday, I want to thank everybody who came out to Venutis. That actually, I don't know how many shows were still out there. I know a lot of shows were canceled because of the 20 inches of snowstorm. You know what I want to say to these people that do weather for a living? You scare the shit out of everybody. You keep everybody inside the house. Everybody's just freaking out. We maybe had 4 inches. Brent, what's his name from WLS? Oh, WMAQ Channel 5. On like Wednesday, they said we'd have 18 inches of snow. WLS 6 to 7. It is horrible that everybody's put online like that and scared shitless. And I was surprised we had at least 30 to 40 people last night brave enough to come out to Venutis. Thank you, Dave and April. Sal, Danny Mazzi, David Zamel, thank you. All the guys, uh, very nice to see the band, of course. Danny Ramundi, great job. Jerry Jams, Tony Toto, thank you, Frank. I called Frank in the afternoon, Frank Venuti at 2:30. I said, Frank, you can bail. We can bail this. Nope, we got reservations. And I'm just humbled that people actually came out on the cold, and it's going to be cold. And again, I got to just tell people, the way they say stuff on the TV and the social media, it's like they just moved to Chicago. They've been living in Chicago for how many years? They know December is going to be cold. They know it's going to snow. They know it's going to be wind. They know it's going to be ice and rain. It's part of winter. Why do people think the world is coming to an end? I just don't get it. But I have the answer. Get in your cars and move to Florida. Move to Arizona, and then you won't have to worry about it. Go there, bingo, shuffleboard, go enjoy. There you go. Hurricanes, get eaten by alligators. Go and have a good time, because that's the answer, folks. Isn't it nice to be a little Ebenezer Scrooge so early in the morning? But let me tell you guys what we got today. Boy, do we got a great show today. Of course, we're going to have Santa Claus because it's going to be Christmas. So we're going to have Santa Claus. My good buddy Mike Restivo actually plays Santa Claus, goes around, does a lot of charities. Mike Restivo is in the rock band called Mistaken Identity. Also, he's the guitar player with me in Mojo's Jukebox. So Mike Restivo will be joining us, spreading his cheer in the first part of the show about Christmas and what he does for the kids. And then, I love these two girls, Fran Franny and Lori Stevens. They are incredible ladies and gentlemen, that go out and love life. They love music. They support most of the acts in the Chicagoland area. They go out and see them. Regularly support them all. And they can go, you go out to these places, it costs money. You're going out to see these people 3 or 4 times a week, whatever. You spread it around. You go. That's just what fans and friends. They started off as fans, then they started becoming friends. That's how this whole Ocean's Pitch started. I met so many people in the beginning because they maybe heard of me, but when we got to know each other, we became friends. We became like a community family thing, which is really cool. And any of our friends that are watching this show or whatever, you make a call, something that somebody needs somebody, or they need something, they can call. All the musicians get together for special fundraisers, or when someone's down and out, we need to be cheered up. That's what it's about, man. That's what this community of musicians and friends and family and associates, whatever it is, it's just fantastic, the power of music that we give to people. And we don't realize it. Be blessed to do this for a living, folks. And then there's some people that chose, I don't know. They're saying the way the world is now, things are changed. I don't know. I'm just too old school. I will never accept the new world. I don't have to. You know what I do? But I do know, someone said, hey, how do you turn $40 into $400? Put gas in your car and go to work. And it's just something I just never understood, the way things, and it's just life in general, I think, has changed. And I don't think it's got anything to do with, I just think the way things happen. I know every 20 years or every 30 years, things change. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's going to be for the better. It's not for me to decide. We can only think of what we can do for ourselves and our family and try to help as much as we can. You know what I mean? But that's what it's about. And it's the holiday spirit. That's why we have to do that. So it's very important. All right, before we bring up our guest, tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse, folks, with Tony Toto. That's an 8 o'clock hit tonight. And then, of course, we got New Year's Eve coming up at Avanti Banquets in Fox River Grove, folks. What a package the Chicago Prime people put together. I'll be there with the main event band, Danny Ramundi, Tony Toto, and Jerry Jams. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then we got 2 big dates coming up next week, folks. December 28th at Rosario's Wednesday, and the 29th at Donnie G's. I turned 60 years old. We're having a bash. I would like to do it every year. I like to do it big, but this one is 60. And I've got so many of my musical friends stopping by and one of these, each of the nights or both nights or whatever. But I got everybody from the Rat Pack to Mojo's to Jeff Dubray to Daryl Armenstad, to Regina Karma, Kim Peterson, the Jersey Girls, Jim Cunningham, the new singer of Off Broadway, Ronnie B. Elvis, Vince D'Amore, and the list just goes on and on. And we don't know which shows they're going to be, whether the 28th or the 29th, but I'm excited, very excited. I even heard former president of the United States might be there. So you never know what's going to happen when we turn 60. Woo! I'm excited. All right, so let's get to some sponsors, folks, real fast. Let's start off with McCampbell Law Group. That's Roy McCampbell, attorney at law, statewide law practice that is client-focused and results-driven. Call Roy McCampbell out of the Rosemont area, 708-275-4264. Laura Ocean Solutions, increasing profits while reducing credit card fees. You'll never have to shop again if you go with Laura Ocean Solutions. Deutsch Power Center, right there, servicing the diesel and construction area in the Chicagoland area for the last 100 years out of Elgin, Illinois. That's Deutsch Power Center, 224-276-6550. Let's not forget Don Esteban Cigars. Ready for the holiday, hand rolled, delivered right to your home. Great stocking stuffers. Call Javier from Tarpon Springs, Florida, 727-366-7536. And don't forget our buddies from Airtight Windows, Siding, and Specialist, family owned for 30 years for honesty and quality. Do it right with Airtight, 708-788-5000. My buddy Louis Pipes, who owns it, of course, now he's made his singing debut Wednesday at Jimmy's Place to a sold-out place. It was in Forest Park. We're going back there in January, and Louis Pipes did an incredible job. It was great seeing Louis. Thank you so much for that. All right, so let's get one more. Trico Hair Experts, always recreating great hair days for men, women, and children. Angela and Anthony and Carmela from Rosemont. Give them a call, 773-999-7888. And by the time the end of the show, folks, we're going to announce our brand new sponsor, a big one that's happening for us starting in January. Actually, they're going to start on Monday. These guys are so good. My good buddies from Ace Hardware. That's right, Ace Hardware, the one in Norridge and the one in Des Plaines, have become top sponsors to the Oceans Pit Show. Thank you, Raphael, Kathy, of course, and Jackie. Ace Hardware, man, it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll give you some more stuff and discounts and a whole bunch of stuff starting the new year. So welcome and thank you, Ace Hardware, new sponsors of Oceans Pit. All right. So without any further ado, we got that underway. Let's make sure. Now, we are coming to you guys live, 5 different formats, all at the same time. The Tony Ocean Show Facebook page, the Mo Carrara Facebook page, the new Facebook page to Oceans Pit. We're live on Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn, all at the same time. Go to them all, watch them all, do what you got to do. It's got to be fun. And last but not least, before we bring up our first guest, we need your emails so we can get out those monthly newsletters that Laura will send out to everybody involved. It's very simple. On your laptop or on your phone, you type in Oceans Pit, put the number 22828, pop. They ask for your email, send it, and you will get that monthly newsletter in the mail. In your computer, monthly newsletter for Oceans Pit. Our guest coming up for my birthday on the 28th will be the legendary Ron Onesti. We'll be celebrating my birthday for Oceans Pit on the 28th. And then the 30th, the last show of the year, folks, we're going to have my good friend Josie and Tina from the Josie Awards. They're the ones that started it. It's the #1 independent music award show, coming from Nashville, Tennessee at the Grand Ole Opry. They're becoming live here January 30th. It's going to be a lot of fun for them to be on. We'll talk about the new year, what's coming up for the Josie Awards. We're excited about that. All right, so without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to that. Remember, share the page right now. Push the button and share. It's Kris Kringle time, Buona Natale, Santa Claus, Papa Noel, whatever you want to call them. It's Santa Claus. I believe, and you should believe. Ladies and gentlemen, ho, 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 from the North Pole. Santa Claus. Santy.
Oh, why? Am I finally on?
Yes, you are, Santa. How are you doing? Can you move into the screen a little bit? I can only see half your face. There you are.
I was checking the naughty and nice list.
Oh, I bet you that's a big long list. Hey, Santa, just give me a little bit. Did I make any of those lists?
Made both of them. We got you on the naughty list, and I'm trying to think what happened there.
Yes.
But I also have you on the good list here.
I'm on the good list too.
It doesn't matter. You got a birthday coming up, and we got to.
Well, Santa, you're breaking up a little bit, so let's get in a little closer to the mic so we can hear you a little bit. Santa, let me ask you. I know you're move over a little bit. Move over to your left. There you go, so we can see you a little bit. There you go, right there, Sandy.
Can you see me?
Santa Claus, I know you're out doing your stuff. It's a very busy time of the year. Thank you for taking your time with us today. Let me ask you, what's the message out there when you see the kids, Santa? Do they still believe? They're still out there? And I do believe that there's all kids are good. I don't think there's any naughty kids. I think all kids are good. Someone just got a bad break in life. But what do you think, Santa?
I'm like the Father Flanagan. There's no such thing as a bad boy or girl. Kind of like a pizza. No such thing as a bad pizza. So,
Yes.
I've been out.
Good.
I've been doing presidency at Oak, and it's amazing to see all the families and people come up. That light goes on when they see me. You could see them right, and they all want to sit on Santa's lap and figure out Christmas.
Well, and that's another thing I was going to ask you. Now, with all this crazy stuff going on, does some parents get that weird feeling when the kids want to sit on the lap, and you get any of those anal parents, or does everything just go away because it's Christmas and it's for a good cause, and this is what Santa Claus is supposed to do?
To their children. Some children aren't so sure because they're a certain age, but then others want to come up and tell me what it is they want for Christmas. So some of them on my knees, some of them are just giving me a hug, but I always come down and hear them.
Well, Santa, I want to say something to your family. Mrs. Claus says your microphone is cutting in and out. That is a message from Mrs. Claus. So just while you're telling you that, so Santa, if kids come up, they want to hug, they want to say thank you. They're asking you for certain gifts. What's the top? Give me one top three things most requested by the kids right now.
Right now, it's the video games. They like the video. It's sweet. There's some old throwbacks to these or it's things like that. But they're not a lot of wild, not a big long list. Give me at least the one thing that they want. I have gotten a couple BB guns. And of course, shoot your eye out, kid.
Well, you know what? And you are far away at the North Pole, kids and people watching Sandy. Sandy, how's Rudolph and the reindeers and the elves? Is it hard finding any help this year? Did you get a lot of elves? Because I don't see too many of them around anymore.
No, well, right now is the busy time of the year, and I'm sleigh, and Mrs. Claus is making some special treats to help the rain defeat.
Yeah,
and Rudolph, Rudolph, I can never tell if he's got a cold or if he's just, lighting that thing up for me.
Yeah, or he might have done the shit the night before, because you never know, Rudolph. Yes, absolutely. It's crazy as it is.
The reindeer games.
Yes, the reindeer. Well, you're out there all the time, though, doing this, Michael and Santa. And I mean, thank you for what you do. I know you do a lot of charities and stuff for the kids. You make them so happy. How many of them do you still think the kids believe? I mean, do you remember? I do believe. I believe Santa's out there in spirit, and he's there to make everybody happy. And especially this time of year, we all need that. Even if it's just for a little bit to bring you back when you were a kid. You know, someone told me this yesterday. We can be the age that we are, and we think we're tough and we think we're macho. But when a little kid hands you a 2 year old or somebody hands you a little phone, a play phone, we pick it up and we say hello because it's still in our hearts that we want to give and we want to have that love. We really need you, Santa, now in this world, the way things are going right now, you know?
Well, you need that Christmas spirit. And I think that you do believe. I've done I've been to a couple places and seen where I wasn't sure if they believed anymore. And a couple things that I them, and their mom and dad really told me how they're doing things the right way.
Yeah, and it's a good positive thing to show the kids that there's good out there. It doesn't have to be, it's not technically the gifts and everything. Uh, it's the spirit and the love and the giving that everybody gives. I always seem like everybody's just a little bit more nicer during this time of the year. People are more friendlier when you're outside. More people say hello, how you doing, Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays or whatever they're saying right now. You got to be careful. But Mrs. Claus says at the bars where Santa has performed, a lot of young girls and children, of course, he has made a lot of people smile this December. And it's very, very important. Santa started singing some songs to people, and people like them, and it makes them happy. And that's the part of it, you know. Mike, Santa, how long you been doing this, Mike? Mike, this is Mike Restivo, folks, obviously from Mistaken Identity. Michael, real fast, how long have you been doing it, and why? How did it start for you?
I started with Alderman Tunney's Christmas a few years back. He asked me to be Santa for reasons beyond my control. I think I fit the suit, and but it was a disgusting beard. So I decided, next year I'm just going to get my own. I got my own, and it was kind of a thrill. You don't walk down the street when I go out. I'll be at Oak Crow tonight to residency there for the season. In the last 3 weeks on Clark Street, and it's amazing how you kind of get a sense of, what old Blue Eyes must have went through back in the day with them and everything.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's a great job that you're doing for the kids, Mike. And, like you're saying, you're volunteering your time to help something like that, just like we did yesterday with Elmo's Home Foundation. Whenever anybody can give something, us musicians have big hearts. We really do. We are a little screwed up in the mind. We are a little lost. But when it comes to the heart, we are the first people to donate. We're the first people to come out. We're the first people to do that. And as busy as you are with your family and your job and everything, and a musician as well, you're still out there and you're always giving good vibes every time you go out there, Michael. Not only with the Mistaken Identity, but with what you've done with me and Mojo's, which I'm excited for the new year on that. And I look forward to seeing you on the 28th or 29th for my birthday. I know you and Marty said you're coming, so I'm excited. We can sing some songs, but the more important is the message that you're giving. What do you tell the kids? I know you're a busy guy. You gotta go, but what do you tell the kids, Michael, when they sit there?
Usually, to be a beer, help out mom and dad and grandma and grandpa, and there are people in the world that need your help, and just to be. I tell them to watch out for strangers and all those lessons.
Yeah, that's very important. And the other question is, Santa, what are you keeping in your cup when you're, when I see you sometimes you take a little sip. It wouldn't be hot cocoa in that cup. It would be like Jack Daniels or anything in that cup.
Well, it's awfully cold up here, like it is in Chicago. I like the honey jack.
Oh yeah, a little honey tea. There you go, a little honey tea. Michael, any Santa, any last request? Anything you want to say to the people watching Santa Claus, Mike Restivo, Saint Nicholas, Buona Natale, Papa Santa? Anything you want to say before you go, pal?
I just have a wonderful Christmas and New Year. Every New Year is a new beginning, and 2022 was an awesome year. Me and my family and band and musician wise and Mistaken Identity. We went out and did a bunch of shows, and it's like your birthday, Tone. It's my favorite birthday is the next one.
Well, there you go. And your next one's coming up, right? You got one coming up in January?
No. I'm in May.
All right. Well, we're going to have to do a big one for you,
it's
too,
always
pal.
Good to have a birthday.
Absolutely, buddy. All right. Listen, I know you got to go. You got to get all those gifts out to the kids. And you know what? Nice job to Mrs. Claus. Mindy does an incredible job helping you. And what a supportive wife she is to you, not only as a person and as a musician who goes out, watches your shows, comes at you, tapes your shows. And she is one of the, you know what? God bless you, man. You got a good thing going there, my friend. I'm proud to call you my friend, my brother, Michael.
We
thank
both
you so
do,
much.
and peace. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. Santa Claus. Merry Christmas, Santa. We love you, brother. Be safe out there. Be careful. Don't drink too much eggnog. And stay away from those chimneys. Oh, you might burn yourself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. Pop it up. Mike Restivo, ladies and gentlemen, of Mistaken Identity and Mojo's Jukebox, going out, playing Santa Claus, doing stuff for the kids on this beautiful holiday season. Thank you very much, Santa Claus. All right, folks. We got one more couple sponsors here, and then we got our good buddies Fran Franny and Lori Stevens coming on. They're going to do some dancing. They're going to do some singing. They're going to spread the cheer. We want to thank our friends from Armando's Supermarkets in Elgin, Illinois, 925 Liberty Street in Elgin. Danny Mazzi, buy local and shop local. We want to say thank you to Crash Champions Collision Auto Repair for all you collision auto repair needs. Thank you. Go to crashchampions.com. Dave Antonelli's watching. Hey, Dave, how you doing, buddy? Thanks, you and April. Everett Dean from St. Louis, of course. Everett, another great Chicagoland entertainer. Everett Dean is watching. Paul, thank you for your nice words. Paul McKee, first-time watcher, I think. I'm not sure, but we are blessed that we have some great musicians in the Chicagoland area that's always willing to give. And Paul, thank you so much for your kind words. Patrick Haig, how you doing? Pina, Mindy, again, thank you so much. Anthony Napolitano, everybody's watching. St. Louis, Ricky Stokes. We got Wisconsin, New York. We got Cleveland. We got Iowa, Santa Barbara watching. Paul Moe, great show. I can't express loud enough how important old school values respect are. And thank you so much for having wonderful people. Old school values are very important, Paul. Unfortunately, they're falling off the ladder. Our generation is going, and there's not too much left to keep those old school standards. Someone just, my buddy Emil sent me this. This is 2 years in a row that our president, Joe Biden, has left the word Christ out of Christmas. It's not about Santa Claus, as much as I love Santa Claus. It's about the birth of Jesus. And I'm not going to sit here and be some a religious guy that's, you know me, drink, smoke, swear, do everything, right? But I believe in God. I believe the Spirit. I believe that's what bring us all together. And try to get rid of that is really, really killing me, which I don't understand. There's ways you can do it and still express it. You don't have to look. We all believe in one God. It doesn't have to be the same God, but we all believe in something. There's a spirit out there that's bringing us all together, that gave us all our talent. Of course, hard work, but to keep it going, that's what it is, man. If we don't believe in that, we might as well just end it up. But thank you, Paul, for your kind words. Ocean's Pit, little show about big things. Lori, how are you doing? Rick Bonatale, my good buddy Ricky Sorcy, he's going to be there too in one of our birthday shows on the 29th, I think. Paul, Rick, my good buddy Rick from the Cave, Dwellers. Jackie, how you doing? The Higher Power. Raphael's watching. Jackie's watching. Kathy from Ace Hardware. They want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a happy holidays. Make sure you go see our buddies at Ace over there. There's one in Norwich and one in Des Plaines. They're going to be partners. The new with the Ocean's Pit will give you more information on that. I'm very proud to have him on our team. Good people. Dick Sayed, my Syrian friend, how you doing, buddy? I hope you guys are well. All right, so we got about a half hour left, and of course, I told you I got our good friends, Roseanne Caputo. How you doing? Tammy, how are you doing? Stay warm to you too, Tony Toto. I shop at Ace and Des Plaines. General, yeah, good people. You know what I love? Because unfortunately, our new regime is trying to get rid of the mom and pop restaurants. They want to get rid of the self-employed people. They want to do it. They want to take complete control of everything. They want the big businesses to take control. Why do you think they want everybody to have the electric cars? So they can push the button and shut us off like this. Why you don't think they want us to have cash? They want everything to go computer-wise so they can push the button and lock your bank account, lock everything, and have complete control. Communist. I hate to spread this kind of shit at this particular time of the year, but we are the people, man. We are the guys. We are the men and women that work our asses off and spread cheer and give love and try to make ends meet every day we get up and go to work and do what we have to do for our families, for our friends, for ourselves. And if we lose that, man, we lost everything. Absolutely. Stop by and say Merry Christmas, Tony and Ange Karen. Hi, Angelo. How you doing, pal? Everybody's doing well. Dakota from Las Vegas, Nevada, watching. Here's a great Susan, the closer, Jambroni, always closing. Donnie DeMarco, another great entertainer. You go see Donnie tonight at Jameson's in Arlington Heights. My good buddy Donnie DeMarco. Hopefully, we'll get him to work with us once. I've been trying now for the last 2 years. Anyway, Jerry Jam, yeah, what's up? Yes, that's a special guest. We're going to announce that on Wednesday and Thursday. A couple more special guests coming to the birthday parties. I'm very excited about that. So very, very cool. Jerry Jams, I got to thank you for everything you've been doing this year for me, buddy. You are the best. Danny Ramundi, thank you. Tony Double T Toto. I got good guys behind us, man. Of course, Carlo, Ryan, of course, everybody that's been working with us. John Trancali, Regina, Lisa P., everybody that's been in the main event band, Ron Onesti, of course, always there, Kim Peterson, LeFew. I mean, the list just goes on, and I'm so blessed and so honored. Joanne, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Eric Todd, I finally found a good use for Fauci masks, wind protection. There you go, when it's below 40. Eric Todd, Miles Green, another great entertainer in the Chicagoland area. Happy Hanukkah to my friend Miles. Hope you're doing, brother. Albert, of course, from the Ron Onesti. Peter Prado, but I love wearing sunscreen in Chicago instead of Vaseline like the football players. Yeah, good point there. Peter, I hope you keep playing that trumpet, man. Tony Lulo from Florida. What's up, brother? Hope to see you soon. Don, hi, Don, Southside. You can Santa smoke? I don't know if Santa was smoking. I mean, he always had a pipe, didn't he? I don't know if he's smoking. I don't know what he does. Helen Tenuta, I hope you. I went out to Amato's for pizza. I was able to wish a Men in Blue a Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to the Men in Blue. Back to Blue. Very important. Other guys that back to Blue all the time and shop for cops. My good buddy Big Mike from Mega Events. Always doing an incredible job for that. All right. Mark, Brett, that's it. Thank you, Mark. Brett Miller from NBC said it was 18 inches of snow. Brett Miller, you were a better DJ than you were a weatherman. That's just my opinion, of course. Doesn't mean much. But Kathy, how you doing, my friend? Kathy Apolito is the one that started it all for getting us involved with Ace Hardware. Kathy's been a fan, watching the show from the very beginning in 2020. So thank you for that. All right. A couple other things, folks. Before Franny, and Laurie Stevens. I don't know why they don't take this show on the road. They should just do their own show and go out and play. I mean, tell you, man, I have fun. They were on last time. We had tons of views. Remember, folks, an apple a day keeps anyone away if you throw it hard enough. Thank you so much for that one. An apple a day keeps everyone away. Where's my pen when you need it? Anyway, if you throw the apple hard at anyone. Love these quotes. Last one. We got a couple before we bring up Franny and Lori. According to E! Entertainment Weekly, Jenny Bush on, what's she on? Good Morning America, whatever she's on, with the other one, Hoda. Her daughter called her out for never wearing underwear. And she actually mentioned it on the show. So there you go, folks. There's something to look forward to. Be kind to retailers, folks, in the next day or tomorrow. It's not their fault that you waited to the last minute to go out shopping. So be kind to them when you're out there and standing in line. It might be a little slower out there. Be kind to retail people. You should have not waited to the last minute to bring them on. All right, what else we got here? A couple things. How about some birthdays before we bring up our guests? My good buddy Gordy. Gordy used to work for the Ronald Nesty organization. Gordy, happy birthday, my good friend. My good friend Pam out there. Pam, I hope you're doing well, honey. Happy birthday. Eddie Vedder from Pearl Jam celebrates a birthday. Nick Marnos, my buddy Nick from Rosemont, how you doing? Star and Daryl Star, happy birthday. Corey Haim, remember him from the 80s, was an actor who died in 2010, celebrates a birthday. Jim Harbaugh, former quarterback for the Chicago Bears. I don't know who he's with now, but he's 75 years old. Tim Hardin, great singer-songwriter, wrote If I Were a Carpenter. Tim Hardin, ladies and gentlemen. Adrian Belew, great blues guitar player from Wisconsin area, celebrates a birthday. And Harry Shearer from Spinal Tap, of course, celebrates a birthday today. All right, so our prayers also, Phyllis Sahajas, the wife of Nick Sahajas. She had an operation a couple days ago, and she's home, relaxing. So, Phyllis, if you're watching, we love you, and I'm glad you're doing better, honey, because we need the first woman of rock and roll back out there again. She is the best, and I hope we can see you guys. I know Nick's going to be here, I think, on the 28th, and I hope Leah's watching too. Leah, we got to get Leah on the show. What an incredible voice. Soul, rhythm and blues, gospel. We had some time to spend together up in Nashville. She's just an incredible lady, and we're going to have Leah on, definitely. Emo, Ace Hardware is 2 miles from you. There you go. All right. There's a shout out to our good friends and sponsors, Norwich Ace Hardware and Des Plaines Ace Hardware. Remember, they've been helping neighbors before there were neighborhoods. Good point. Remember, support mom and pa self. This is what's important, man. These are the places you need to go to. We have Ace Hardware right down the street from our house, too, as well, in Elk Grove here. So, Ace Hardware. Great quote. And you'll be seeing this plastered all over Ocean's Pit. Thank you, Raphael, Kathy, and Jackie for that. All right, so Isabella Drake supporting our teachers. How you doing, honey? I hope you're doing well. Let's see. We mentioned it yesterday real fast since we're quick topic. The top 5 states that have the most unfaithful husbands. All right, now we mentioned this yesterday on the show. It took me a shock or very shocker to realize that Chicago is anywhere on this list. Top 5 states states that have or cities. Some states, some cities. Okay, unfaithful husbands. This is according to Fox. Number 5 is New York City. Number 4, San Antonio, Texas. Number 3, Washington, D.C. Number 2, Fort Worth, Texas. And the number 1 city for the most unfaithful husbands, ladies, write this down, Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona. You men should be ashamed of yourselves. Phoenix, Arizona. All right, there you go. And today's word of today is shrinkage. Thank you, sent by Eric Todd, our good friend. Shrinkage is the word of the day. And last but not least, folks, public servants to all the women out there, remember, Botox and fillers will freeze when you go outside. Botox and fillers will freeze when you go outside. All right, so without any further ado, let's bring them on. Franny and Lori.
Now we're trying to
get a little closer, ladies. Okay, there you go. A little closer. There you go. Center. There you are. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the lady in green, Franny. How you doing, Fran? And the lady in red, Lori
I
Stevens, give it up for our ladies. How you doing?
Oh.
Ladies, what's going on?
Oh, nothing. All
Busy.
ready for Christmas.
You all ready for Christmas, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna go see Rick Cecito's Christmas show tonight at Cooper's
Yeah,
Corner.
Ricky's good. Didn't he just celebrate his
His
Was it
50th
years in show. We were there.
Yeah.
his 50th. Rick has always been to me, he's my favorite Elvis guy.
Me too.
Yeah. He's
Rick,
good.
he's got him down to the T. He was doing Elvis before Elvis actually died. So
Yeah.
he's been doing Elvis for a long time.
He's
And of
fantastic.
course, when he has his band, it's fantastic. I remember one particular time, Rick was unstoppable. I mean, he was on top of the world. He had a lot of deals going, and then business management stuff, things change like that. But he's always been the best. I remember he actually performed at my very first wedding, and he was kind enough to do my very first wedding. And when we were doing Aruba with the Rat Pack, we used to do like 9-10 weeks a year. And I got a chance to bring out different entertainers. I bought out the American English, and I bought out Rick Cecito, and he got to play there too and perform. So Rick has always been great. I try to get Rick on the show. Hopefully we can get him in January, because I'd love to get Rick on there because he's fantastic what he does. And a lot of people don't realize he's a big Beatle fan. He has some solo stuff he does on his own.
Yeah.
Red Barn, I forgot the name of the band, but it's pretty good Beatles stuff. I mean, he's a musician
Yeah.
as
He's
well.
really good.
He
Yeah.
morphs into the character.
Yeah, he's fantastic. And then we got to talk about our good buddy Rick Lindy, of course.
Yeah, we love
You gotta
Ricky.
love Ricky, and you gotta love Everett Dean as well. I mean, they go out there and they do such a great job when they go out and they really do. Jenny's good too. Jenny.
And he's
James.
good. Mhm.
She's
James.
fantastic, and her guitar player with what they do an incredible job. Rick went to Schultz High School, like Fran. Okay, Paul.
Church.
There you go. Church, is it?
Sure, it's Carl Schurz.
Church
On
High
Rocky
School.
Avenue in
Okay.
Chicago, yeah.
There you go. So very cool. Hey, girls. Kim Peterson says hello. Wow, they look.
Hi, Kim.
Kim says hi. Paul says, wow, they look the same size on the iPod as they do in person. Oh, now you know what? I think when I had you guys on the show before, we asked, how did this come about, Franny, Lori? I mean, you guys. I mean, for I think it was because of 2020, if I'm correct, during COVID.
Right.
You guys because you guys couldn't go out, so you guys picked songs. You did themes, and you did it. Is that how it just started? Did you guys sit there one day and say, "Let's do this," or how did it come about?
Well, first, what happened was it was supposed to be a 2-week, if you remember, Pritzker said 2 weeks shutdown. So I said to Lori, I go, hey, why don't you stay with me for 2 weeks? So she
Yeah.
did. She moved in with me for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we knew what happened. So we started missing everybody.
Yeah. So then I just brought over like all my 45s, all my albums, and we were in Fran's condo and we're just playing them and say, remember this song and remember that song. And so then we came up with, but why don't we take a video and then
Grab a wooden spoon.
a wooden spoon and then we'll, just so that we could keep our
Crazy. No makeup. We were just like, we thought just Dottie and Laura will be watching this, And
Right.
then it got everybody, because nobody had any entertainment. They'd be like, they could be messaged. She goes, more videos. We ended up doing like 75
Yeah.
videos.
yeah.
And then it got really, theatrical and stuff.
Right.
It was
Then we
so
were
much
just had to
fun.
put our own spin on it,
It kept us
You
going.
did your own thing. You made it fun, and
Yeah.
like I said, you made it. You made people feel happy. And when I first started this show, people told me the same thing. They said that there was an outlet to let people know what was going on, and just to say, hey, this is what's going on. Blah blah blah. We were all in it together at that time. Remember, we were all in it together,
You miss the human
and
touch.
we missed everybody. Yeah. I mean, we need that. We need to go out and do that. I think I asked you guys this before. Do you remember the first song you did, or the first video song you did?
It was
The
Monkees.
Monkees.
Yes, it was the
I
Monkees.
think was it Stepping Stone?
You're not my stepping stone. Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, Monkey fans. I love the Monkeys.
yeah.
One of my
Monkeys,
favorite bands.
Monkeys,
of all time.
yes.
Yeah.
Beatles,
Mickey,
Monkeys.
unfortunately, Mickey's the only one still alive. They lost
He's my
Papa Nez and
he's my
Peter Tork
favorite.
and Davy Jones are all gone.
Yeah.
But how do you guys pick your tunes? Do you pick it one, Franny, Lori? Do it. How do you guys? Do you have to both
No,
agree on it?
sometimes I'll be at work and I'll be like, "Hey, let's do this," and grab some fur coats and blah blah blah. And then she'll say, "Hey, let's do this song."
Or remember this song? You know,
Yeah,
we
like,
haven't heard this in a long time.
So
And-
like one time we did like a '60s theme, and then we did we had our little Halloween costumes, and then we did Christmas. So
yeah.
it just kind of like if we're going Motown direction, we'll pick out a couple Motown songs and stuff. It was just a great time. I miss it, but now that we go out, we just film live at all the venues.
Well, you know what, ladies? I was mentioning at the beginning of the show, it really wouldn't be a bad idea if you guys picked one of these restaurants and actually did this live at the restaurant. I mean, you would get all the audience and people in the people involved. They'd be getting along. They'd be clapping. They'd be dancing. Maybe do it for your favorite charity or something. You know what I mean? And I think people would come to that. You do maybe once a month. You pick a spot.
Well, we do. Invite us. We'll start off on your show doing with you.
We do our own thing.
Absolutely, I would love. We'll co-host it. We'll do it. I mean, one day you go out and you do your 60s, and one day you do your 70s, and one day you do your whatchamacallit. I think it's fantastic. I enjoy it. Everybody else seems to enjoy it as well. And Paul McGee says he's in for security if you ever decide to take that out there. There you go, Paul. Very good. Rosa, how you doing, my dear friend? All right, so it is the festive holidays. Before we anything else, Franny, what do you do? Are you guys spending it together? What are you doing? Family? What's going on with you, Franny, for Christmas?
I'm going to actually head over to Yorkville tomorrow and spend the night with my daughter. And we do Christmas Eve. The big Italians, we always do Christmas Eve, right? Then Christmas Day. And then I'll probably come home later Christmas Day and hook up with Lori sometime.
Yeah.
What about you, Lori? What do you do, hon?
I'm going to be with my children, my grandchildren tomorrow and Sunday. So
when you guys were growing up, was it more Christmas Eve or Christmas Day when you guys were?
Christmas Day. When I was small, it was Christmas Day. As I got older, once we got married, we would do Christmas Eve at families, and then we would have Christmas Day at home, and then maybe do desserts at Christmas, But now it just, now it's, I could just go by my daughter and spend the night Christmas Eve and, wake up Christmas morning with them.
Yeah, like in my family, we didn't do Christmas Eve.
It was always Christmas Day.
Yeah, Christmas Day was big with us, but on the Italian side of the family, Christmas Eve was so huge, My grandma did all those fishes and all this stuff. And,
I hate fishes.
I hated the fishes too. Yeah. My mother made us eat that stuff.
They had the pots with the little fish in. I'm like, just give me some ragu. I'm good.
You're looking at the eye, looking up at the squid. The eye's looking right at you. It was kind of crazy.
One time I came home, my cousin was making lamb, and I walk in. They did it as a joke, and they had the lamb's head, and I screamed and ran back out. They had a middle of the table, lamb's head. I was like, what? And then like, I say, no, I don't go for anything. That's too wild tasting for me. I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, what's so much. What's sad though these days it seems like the tradition is kind of slipping away a little bit. If you noticed, unfortunately. Now you know what they always say when the grandparents die or pass away, everything kind of the families all kind of separate. Whether you're still married or divorces and that stuff changes too, and stuff like that. Blah 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 blah. It's sad, but at least we try to keep it special, and because it's only one time a year that everybody seems to get together. I mean, we do Thanksgiving as well, but it's very important to try to keep that tradition, and. Right. Unfortunately, the way things are going, let's hope. But it really comes down to, I think, if once the grandparents, because they were the ones that ran the ship. When they called, everybody went to, because that's what grandma and grandfather says. And then eventually now it's kind of changing, but it is what it is. It's Christmas.
It's just different because then like our grandparents, like both my grandmas love to cook, and that's what they did. But now it's just like everybody works, and it's just like, to try to find the time to, and that's a lot of work to do.
I made my sauce ahead of time. I froze and bring it over to the kids' house and have some lasagna, and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be as crazy as it used to be. I mean, that's what I'm talking about too. And then what happens a lot too with families when either they marry where the kids marry or they have other boyfriends or girlfriends. So they have to spend time at their houses too. And especially if you never met the in-laws or something like that too, so they have to go one way and then go back that way. So it's never like, you know what I mean?
Oh gosh, yeah.
It's never
We
going
did
to be
that
like
for
that.
years when my daughter was
But
small.
and then when your kids get kids and they bring them over for a little bit, then we got to go see grandma, then we got to go by uncle, then we got to go here, we got to go there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of driving for Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
and
driving.
Christmas Day.
driving.
A lot of driving.
Absolutely.
And then of course we share Christmas parties at the venues with our friends.
Mhm.
We saw Johnny Lyons and we had all of our friends. We had a table, about 12, 13, and we had our little Christmas exchange and cookies and, watched Johnny, and it was just fantastic. So we got our brand family.
We got our
and
new
brand
band family.
Yeah, they're our family.
Yeah.
So we share our holidays with their band family too.
Yeah.
Well, and that's very important. Again, it goes down to the supporting the entertainers, and they become, like I said, when I started the show, some of these people, we knew each other from social media. We didn't know, I remember when I reached out to you guys the first time, I said, "Would you guys do this show?" And I was like, "Yeah, this is great." And I loved it, and people loved it. And, I really believe we do have one of the best, and I can't speak for any other states or cities, but we do have pretty cool when it comes to bonding together, when it comes to musicians, especially if they all
people
believe.
can party.
Yeah. Well, also that's true, but also if we also kind of support the event that's going on or whatever the occasion is, and it's I've never been turned down by anybody when I said, "Hey, man, we got a fundraiser," or when Nick does St. Jude's, or when somebody does something for the Laurie House or whatever it is for Almost Home. Nobody ever says, "Nah, I can't do it." They give their time. They come. They give it. It might not be a lot of time, but it's the point that they come together when everybody needs it. All right, listen. I know you guys got something planned here. We got about a good. Let's see. We got a good about 10 minutes or so. So what do you got, Chloe? Go ahead. Let's roll. What do you got?
Let's see. Do you want to hear a little bit of Holly Jolly Christmas? Give us in the
You can
mood.
do anything. Go ahead. Come on.
Okay.
All right, let's hit a runner.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Everybody at
Fran,
home.
Franny, and Laurie Stevens. You know what you guys need to come up with a name for the group.
Yeah.
A name for the group.
Double Trouble.
Try to come up with a name for the group. We might. You know what? We're going to do that.
Greedy, Double Trouble.
Yeah, there you go. That's what we're going to do. All right, start it off. Here we
Everybody
go.
up on your feet. We're gonna move them this way.
This way.
Oh, there we go. Everybody up on your feet. We're gonna get into
Here we
the
go.
Christmas cheer. Come on, Laura, get it, hit it.
I'm excited.
Oh, let's go. She's
While we're waiting, folks, we got Laurie and Fran Stevens. Laurie Stevens and Fran. Here we go.
All right, we're gonna sing here. Cover your ears.
Everybody.
Have a holly jolly
Jolly Christmas.
It's the best time of the year.
There you go.
I don't know if there'll be
There'll
snow.
be snow.
Not like they said.
Yeah.
Cup
Cup
of
of
cheer.
cheer.
What happened? Somebody's.
That's okay. That's all right. I'll toast to that.
Alexa, play Holly Jolly Christmas.
That's okay. Everyone, whatever you got.
That's what happens live, right?
That's what it is. It's live. All right, try it again.
Right.
Whatever
Here
you
we
got.
go.
Let's go.
Hold on, do it louder. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know, and everyone you meet.
Tell them.
Oh, oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you. Kiss her.
Are the one for me?
Have a holly jolly Christmas. And in case you didn't hear, oh my golly, have a holly jolly
Jolly
Christmas
Christmas.
this year. Here we go.
Hey, the great Burl Ives.
Everybody up. Work out those cannolis.
Yeah, the Andrew Scissors.
Holly
Keep it out.
jolly Christmas.
Christmas.
And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know, everyone you meet.
Everybody.
Oh, the mistletoe hung
Where you can see.
somebody waits for you.
One for me.
Have a holly jolly
Jolly Christmas.
and it makes you do here. Oh my golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Woo!
That was
Holly Jolly Christmas. You know what? That's one of my favorites, and it's actually
too.
from recorded by Burl Ives, and you can see it on the Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer, the cartoon. Do you guys ever watch those shows still? I watch them every year.
Yeah,
Hard Rock
Those
and
are my-
Coco and Joe.
those are my favorites. Rudolph
Hard
is my
Rock, Coco,
favorite.
and Joe. That's right.
Like little
Or,
playthings.
remember Susie Snowflake?
Yeah,
yeah.
Susie Snowflake.
Yeah, you know what?
Girl
Um,
Ives, little frosty.
Mo is just a shame. Flair. Yeah, they're so shy, aren't they? Yes, they are.
We're working on it.
But we are actually.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, which is really. Someone made a point when they were mentioning that Rudolph was going to be on the TV, and they said that it's ironic that if you watch the show, you never really thought about it at the time. But here's a reindeer. Let's say he was a person, and he had a deformity of some sort, right? And nobody wanted anything to do with them that reindeer,
Right.
right? How about people that are going through that in life,
Yeah.
right? But then,
We see it all the time.
right? And they wouldn't let them play in the games, and you knew the whole story. But then, because of the snowstorm, and they needed a light, then they wanted Rudolph. So, I mean, when we were kids, we never thought about that theme. And of course, he was welcome and loved after he did something good for them. But he wasn't. I mean, there's some of that stuff. Even that Nestor. You ever see Nestor, the long-haired donkey? That cartoon when he had the long ears. Remember? And they just destroyed this. They destroyed this donkey. You know, until he gets warm enough to wrap baby Jesus by the
Everybody's got a gift. Yeah, what you look like.
hero. You know what I mean? So the message is kind of weird, but we never knew that. But you know what? It's still good, and we still enjoy it. How about another one? You have another song?
Hey, you're gonna sing, "Baby It's Cold Outside" with us?
Want to do a duet?
You know what? Let's try it. Let's
Okay,
try it.
Should I
Hold
try
on.
the song here and we just sing over it, or how should we do
You
it?
pull up the tune. Let me get the words out here. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold
We got the
on.
words here.
Oh, yeah, that's good. The last time I did this was with. Now it's funny that song is "Baby." It's
We don't care if the radio pulls it.
We don't care.
right.
I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing
They're
sexy
saying that the
back.
song is. They're saying the song is about a rape. The guy's raping because he won't let her leave the house.
She's like,
That's
well, we
how
don't have
crazy
it.
this world is. Leave it to the woke generation to come up with this shit. All right, hold on here. Right? This is Christmas. God
It's
bless.
Christmas.
All right, let's try this. Since we never did it before, let's try it. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Okay. Where we going here,
Is the
Fran?
music on? Oh, you want us to play the music or
Yeah, you guys play the music if you got it.
Alexa, play "Baby It's Cold Outside"? Here we go.
Here's Baby, It's Cold
Baby?
Outside by Dee
Ooh,
Barton.
Alexa's are with you too.
Ready?
Yeah.
I really can't stay.
It's cold outside.
I've got to go away.
Baby, it's cold outside.
This evening has been
Hoping that you out there.
very nice.
I'll hold your hands just like ice.
We'll start to
Beautiful, what's your hope?
be pacing the floor.
Listen to the fireplace roar. Beautiful, please don't hurt. It's the rockers on. Cold out there.
Say, what's in the street?
Oh, cabs out there. You guys are starlight now. I'll take your hat, your hair looks well. Move a little closer now. What's the sense in hurting my pride? Baby, it's cold outside. Hey!
We must go.
Going out there,
The answer is no.
cold outside. I'm lucky that you dropped in. Look out that window and the storm. Finish dishes now. Have some in the cigarette more. No, give it a little bit more. Maybe it's freeze out there. Up to your knees out there. Really been grand so grand. I feel your touch so hand. You feel me. If the night doesn't matter, baby, it's cold. It's cold outside. Oh yeah, Merry Christmas, baby! It's cold outside. Hey, you even got your cigars here too. Hey,
Alexa! Oh no!
that's fantastic. You even got the cigars, the booze. This is fantastic. This is the best Christmas ever. Best Christmas ever. I tell you. God bless us, everyone. Yes, absolutely. Franny, of course, Lori Stevens.
It's gonna be rocking.
You guys are rock. Hey, you give me the new Rockettes. You guys come up with a name. That's what we should do. Come up with that little
Double
name.
trouble.
You guys should do. Absolutely. We are almost running out of time here, folks. But before we do that, let me get one more sponsor. Our good buddies, ladies and gentlemen, my good buddy Dave Antonelli, who is actually watching, and April, our executive producer. Patriot Funding Incorporated, commercial money lending at its finest when timing is everything. You go to Patriot Funding Incorporated right here. See my buddy Dave Antonelli at 630-675-4730 for all your money lending needs. He's the man. He's a guy which is supporting local people right here. Mom and dad joint right here. Self-employed. Does a great job. Been in business for years. You got the naughty cup. Boy, you guys are ready, boy. I tell you. You guys are unbelievable. And it's very important, folks, to spread the word of Christmas and the holidays, even though you can't say Merry Christmas, but we're going to say Merry Christmas. We're going to say Happy Holidays. We're going to say Feliz Navidad, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever Skol, whatever else it is. I don't know all the different languages or sayings for the holiday. But I also do know, ladies and gentlemen, that the message is the same everywhere in the world. And thank God that just because we don't maybe all agree in the religious or the political things, there is one thing that brings us all together, and that's music and song. And that's what it's about, man. That's what it's about.
Man.
And Albert said the show rocks. It really did. Because, and guys, we do a quick wish you Merry Christmas. Don't forget, guys, tonight we'll be at Chicago Prime Steakhouse with Tony Toto in Schaumburg. Next Wednesday, I turn 60. 28th will be at Rosario.
We're gonna see
And
you
the 29th at Donnie G's. 2 nights of fun. All right, let's go out with We Wish You a Merry Christmas together.
All right.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. We wish you a Merry
Christmas. We
We
wish you
wish you
a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Franny, Lori Stevens, giving up your time, ladies. We love you guys so much.
See you on the dance floor.
Thanks so much, Mo.
Thank you, guys. I hope to see you
It was
again
fun.
very soon. And again, guys, remember, it's very important to support local establishments, support live entertainment and mom and pop organizations. Buy local, shop local. The great words of Ringo Starr says, peace and love. And right now, we need peace and love all the world. If you're having a beef with somebody, go out, reach out, text, Hey, man, what are we fighting for? Really? Really? And you know what? A lot of times we have beefs over really stupid things and we hold grudges. It might never be the same again after you apologize, but at least let them out there. And another thing, too, folks, a lot of depression out there. A lot of people that are suffering depression. There's a number now called I think it's 922, the number that you dial out for help. It's like 911, but this is very important. If you know anybody that's suffering, please give them a call, give them a text. It doesn't take anything to send somebody a text saying, hey, haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? You know what I mean? That's what's important. So again, Lori, thank you so much. And Fran, thank you. Thank you, Mike Restivo, Santa Claus. I love you guys all from the bottom of my heart. God bless you all. Have a happy Merry Christmas, you and your families, everybody. God bless you all. I hope you guys get everything you want for Christmas. But the most important, that we have our health, we have our friendship, we have our love, we have our families, and we have our booze. Let's not forget that, folks. Let's not forget that. And remember, folks, it's not too late to go to the Almost Home Foundation. That's right. And please go to almosthomefoundation.org and donate and help those dogs and cats. Help them out. They really need your help. Or go to Almost Home Foundation Facebook page. And remember, Ocean's Pit is brought to you by our good friends from Ace Hardware. That's right. Norwich Ace and Hardware and Des Plaines Ace Hardware. Remember, they've been helping neighbors before there were neighborhoods. That's Ace Hardware, the new sponsor to Ocean's Pit. Thank you guys so much, guys. Have a great day. And Nick Sahajas, the piano man, is going to take us out. Love you guys. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great one.
Time to go, it's the end of the show. See you later from Tony O.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Bye-bye.